What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be rebuilding the calipers that I got from the junkyard a couple of months ago for my Celica. The car I have is the Celica GT, and the only issue with that car that I don't like is the fact that it has drum rear brakes. I like the fact that it's light, it doesn't make a lot of power, so it can teach me a little bit more about getting a proper line instead of just focusing on having power. So I don't have to cripple myself with power getting me in the straights instead of actually learning to take a better line. I don't exactly know what I'm talking about, but I kind of do. Anyways, let's get to it. Let me show you the actual calipers. So if you don't remember, this is how bad and crusty these calipers are. Now, if you look at them really closely, they're absolutely murked. Even the piston in there is pretty trash as well. I even think those pins will come out. That's the kind of shitty part. Maybe I can get them out. We'll see. Let me get some towels on here first before we start making a mess like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, first of all, as you can see, they're absolutely destroyed. I'm gonna get these boys sandblasted. My buddy has a sandblasting booth at his work. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take them apart as much as I can and then give it to him so I can get them sandblasted. I'm not going to take out the boot where the pin is because I don't want it getting any sand in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the bleeder valve there. I'm going to take this off just so no one gets stabbed by this wonderful guy. But I'm going to put the bolt back in and then tape it up so nothing gets in there. I'm going to take that off just so it gets loosened. Then I'm going to get it again, and then we're going to do it to both. That'll be about it. I'm going to take off these guys here because I don't think that's that important. Yeah, let's get into it. Oh, there it was one. There we go. Wow, these things are like stuck in there. Yep, I kind of figured that would happen. There we go. Just for good measure, just to get that one out while I'm here. There we go. I thought I stripped it, but whatever. This is garbage. What the hell? Ooh. That's what the slide pin looked like in that one. Look how trashed. Jesus. Thank you. What a greasy little he is. Now we gotta try to figure out how to get these pins out. That's one. I had this soaking in PB Blaster for about 2 days to make sure it would get in there, and then I heated the crap out of it out of a torch. So hopefully I can do the same thing with this side and the other caliper, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to heat the crap out of this side as well, and hopefully it just comes out. Sometimes you have to jerry-rig things. I don't have a punch. I should really buy a punch, but I have like 30 sets of these Allen keys because they come with everything that you get at Canadian Tire. So yeah, it worked great as a punch, and they're pretty solid. They didn't break, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna see if I can get the other one out now. Yes. And that's the second one. Perfect. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take apart the other one, and I'm gonna tape off the holes so it works out so that when I get it sandblasted, they won't get absolutely destroyed. Also, I'm not gonna take out the inner part because since it's like that, I don't have to, as you can see, like in there, like the piston. I'm not gonna take the piston out yet because when I get it sandblasted, I'm just gonna leave this in so that nothing gets in there as it is, so I don't have to tape it off. And then when we get it back from sandblasting, I'll just take it off, and then I can clean any other imperfections just with a hand sander or something like that. After a bunch of minutes pounding the crap out of this thing, I got both of them out. And we're done. I'm just gonna give these to my buddy, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys when these are not rotted. And there we go. They are finally sandblasted. I made this nice little table thing because I was kind of getting annoyed with it ruining my bench, but that's whatever. We're going on from that. Yeah, I just got back from my buddy. He sandblasted them. He did a decent job. Not too bad. And yeah, so all we got to do now is remove the piston out of this one, and we gotta remove the rest out of this guy. I hope these won't be too much of a pain, but I guess we'll see how that goes. So, I kind of messed up. I didn't record me doing that. I kind of just shot air into this guy, and yeah, it came right out. There we go, made the noise again. But yeah, that guy's out. And you can see just how crusty this thing actually was. Thank God Rock Auto sells brand new ones of these. And yeah, we're good. It wasn't too bad. I probably could have fixed the ridge here. Yeah, I probably could have fixed it, but it's okay. They weren't expensive. It was like $5 a piece on Rock Auto, so that's fine. Let's just rip the rest of this bad boy out. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Oh, was that a focus? How well you guys can see in there. But the actual cylinder wall in the actual caliper isn't too bad. It's actually really good. And the gasket looks like it held pretty well anyways. So that is really good news. So hopefully this one is in just as good shape. But let's get rid of these guys first, and then we'll take that out and see what it looks like. There we go. Oh, nailed that with my head once again. But yeah, this doesn't even look bad either. Just the junkyard made this thing look like absolute garbage. So my light died, it's not as bright, but we're just gonna get into it. All I'm gonna do is start drumming. Okay, it's really cold in this garage because it's wintertime and it's Canada, so really cold. I know I need a heater in here, but priorities, race cars, right? Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I finally got these to a point where I'm happy with. Also, I cleaned out the inside of these holes as well because they were really rusty, and I'm happy the way they came out. Just put a Dremel with a sandpaper bit, and yeah, I'm just going to tape them up quickly right now. Okay, this time they're actually done. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this. I'm going to undo it a wee bit, tie them around over here possibly. I'm gonna hang them up, and you'll see what I just made to do this. I don't know how good it is. I hope it's good. I tried really hard. Well, hard for about 10 minutes. Let's hang these little boys up and see if my little spray cabinet kind of worked out. Okay, so this is what I made. This is a box I just literally grabbed from work. Got some nice tuck tape. And yes, that is, I believe, a tension rod or a lower rod. I don't know what it is, out of my SC400. Yeah, it's a little booth. What I'm going to do is, I have a little cutout. I'm going to put the heater right there. So I'm going to hang them there. Spray, close the top, put the heater right over here. And hopefully you can help it bake, or, you know, just heat it up for the process quicker. And we'll see how that works. I think I did an okay job. I made a little slit or a little part so that the top can kind of close. But yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. Ta-da! I'm gonna move this over there so I don't spray it on the actual car over here. So as you know, I was using this to paint my calipers, but the problem was this kept falling. And I thought it would have been okay like this because I didn't think it would have fallen apart. I thought it was going to be strong enough, and I was very wrong. I moved the heater away from it after I was heating up the brakes, after I did the first coat of clear coat, and yeah, it just came crashing down, and this is what happened to the calipers. See, all the paint broke off, and it's an absolute mess, and I absolutely have to restart now. Whole week for the primer to, you know, dry and everything, but I guess now I gotta wait a week for this to for this to cure, so that I can sand it down properly and then repaint. I guess I have to make a whole new structure, start painting it again, but that you will not see. Maybe I'll take a photo of how I did it, but that you will not see. That you will not see me repainting everything. I have enough footage of me painting stuff. You're just gonna see this in the final product, and me starting to reassemble the brakes. Well, without the calipers or the without the brake pads, because I don't have those yet, and I don't want to buy them yet just to have them, because I probably won't be installing these for a couple of months anyways. But yeah, you'll probably see me next with these all red and nice. But for now, right now, they're ugly and crappy, and I'm really pissed off. But with YouTube magic, as they call it. And yeah, that's repainted. Yeah, I'm happy they're finally redone. They're not absolutely perfect, but they look pretty dope. Like a lot of the paint kind of messed up here, like that. I'm not really happy about that, but I spent way too much time getting these done, and I'm not going to redo them because you know what? They're just going to get ruined anyways again because they are brake pads. They're going to get ruined, and I'm over that. So we're just going to put them back together now. Let's get started. Also, I thought I ordered a new fitting here, like a new bleeder valve. I guess I didn't, so yeah, I'm gonna order that quickly now. So I just did the first one and I kind of explained what I did, but I want to try to do it again, see what happens. Either I fast forward that one or I fast forward this process. So like I said prior, so this is the old one, old and nasty. This is the new one. I have the new kit here. Has the gasket, or I guess gasket, that goes on the inside that basically acts as a return spring. That's basically what pulls the piston, or the piston in there, back down. Learned that from Eric the car guy. Don't take my advice. That's what he said, so I'm gonna say what he said. And this is just a boot. This literally does nothing except for not letting air or dirt get into the cylinder walls and ruining your nice freshly painted pistons. First one I'm gonna do is, I have .3 oil that I'm just gonna help lube this up. Apparently not supposed to lube with anything else but brake fluid, which makes sense because that's all this sees. So instead of dunking this in here and possibly losing it, I'm just gonna pour some in the cap and roll it around in there. Let's put this bad boy in. So there's a little groove inside the piston. Hopefully you can see it. So there's a little groove in there. I don't know if you can see it. And that's where it goes. Just place it right in there. Make sure you lube it, especially in my case because I'm not gonna be using these for a while. And this one's pretty easy to install, I'm gonna be honest with you. Slides right in, takes about 2 seconds. Now this, you wanna lube up with oil as well. Oh tits, that was pretty rough. I'm just gonna dump this, rest of this on it. I know I'm making a mess, but it is what it is. Make sure it's nice and lubed up. And we're gonna put the gasket on top of it. Just like this. Nice and lubed up, so it's gonna slide everywhere. Awesome. Helps it seat a little bit better, I guess. And since there's air in there, you don't have to worry about pushing this in or too much pressure. You should be able to slide right in with a little bit of force. Don't push too hard. If you're forcing it, it's probably hitting the gasket in a weird way. But it should be very resistant and then go right in. Just like that. Now the hard part. This takes some patience and just pretty much you have to open it and try to push the gasket down so that it doesn't let any of the bad stuff in. Yeah, so good luck with this. This just takes time. There's no real trick. At least I don't have a trick. If anyone has a trick, let us know in the comments. But this is all I can pretty much say, is just try to throw this bad boy on without bending this too much so you actually get the spring retention is the word. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, just keep doing that until it gets on. You're gonna think you get it, but then that happens. Goes right there, goes right under the gasket. You don't want that because that's no good. At least, with my very unprofessional opinion, that is most likely not good. So I'm gonna try to fix that. And just like that, it's on. See, as long as you get the nice seal, like so, you're pretty good. So let's start with the slide pins. Big guy goes in the big hole, little guy goes in the smaller hole. So after some research and development, I bought too many of these. I bought 2 packs of this because I thought I needed more than one, but everything comes in for 2 calipers, so I'm stupid. Second, let's open this bad boy up first. And I thought this guy went into the big slot just because it was bigger. But if you, as you can see, let it focus, the little ridges here don't line up, but they do right here. So this goes for the little one, and you have to use the two smaller ones in the little slots here. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? You love to see it. Love to see it. So I'm gonna pop these in quickly because it took so long because I was struggling. But let's see how long this takes, because A, this is lubed already, and these should literally just pop right in because now I know what I'm doing. Oh, I f***ed up. So, I got those in. Didn't clean them off perfectly, which I'm kind of mad about, but whatever. Next, like I promised before, guide pins. I think you're supposed to grease these as well, but since I don't have the actual calipers yet, I'm not going to start greasing everything, get everything dirty. I'm just going to put them in dry. Later, when I make the other video of me actually installing these things, that's when we'll actually grease them. But for now, let's just put them in just to see what they look like. And just like that, I have a set of Corolla, I wish. I have a set of Celica GTS calipers, rebuilt, painted, and ready to go. The only things, like I said, I mentioned, are I'm probably gonna get new ones of these, just because these are old and kind of dirty, and I got a little paint on them, so I don't want to screw up the threads, and hopefully that seals. So I'm probably gonna get new ones of the bleeders, maybe not the banjo bolts. They're pretty fine. I'll probably just put and this should be fine. But yeah, so basically, obviously, the brake calipers or the brake pads aren't on because A, I don't have them, and B, it would be just a waste to have them just chilling like that. So yeah, these are done. I finally rebuilt them. I think they came out great. It was like 10 times easier than I thought it would have been. I watched a couple YouTubes, and I just kind of used a little bit of references from when I took them apart, and I kind of knew where everything went and how it had to go on. And the only part that was kind of difficult would be the fact that I don't own a sandblaster. And if I had a sandblaster, it would have been a lot easier, because after I screwed up the paint or after they smudged a lot, I could have redid the sanding or the sandblasting myself. But instead, I just sanded it myself by hand, and I didn't want to go through the whole hassle of getting my buddy to do it again. So that's that. But in reality, it's not that hard to do. If you have a sandblaster and just basically primer them something simple, don't do too crazy. It's not that hard of a job. It is a little bit more expensive than I thought it'd be, because all of the little parts, and between shipping and stuff from Rock Auto, it was kind of a lot of money, but it was still significantly more cheaper than buying brand new calipers from Rock Auto or anywhere else. You probably can buy them locally from like someone parting a car out, and hopefully they won't be rotted like mine. But if you want to rebuild them and paint them, you pretty much have to replace everything, just because of how exposed all the things are. These don't really have a carrying thing. I forgot what the word is. They don't have a carrying case. It's just basically these, and they attach to the actual caliper. But yeah, so these are pretty awesome. I'm really happy how they came out. And I always want to make something very clear right now. This was not a how to rebuild them. This was just me walking through how I rebuilt them, and you can use them as a reference, and then you can watch other people and take references from other people. Like I said, I think I said with something else I built, I don't remember. Like I said with this, and like I'm going to do with my engine, my 2J, these are not going to be how-to, these are not how-to builds. These are just references, so you can take a couple references from different videos and different people building stuff, and you can see how you want to build it. You can see how I did it and how other people did it, and see maybe I did something wrong, because possibly I did, because the first time I ever rebuilt something, I think I did it right, but who knows, I could be completely wrong, and there's a possibility. That's why also this is also halfway why I'm posting this video months in advance before I actually install these in my car. So in case I did do something wrong, Hopefully someone can put in the comment sections, hey, you screwed this up, you're probably gonna blow your brake line, or the brakes are probably gonna blow up and you're gonna die going 150 into the first corner at Cayuga. That would be a very, very bad day. But from what I did, I think I did it right. I don't think I screwed anything up really. The inside of the board, inside of the piston wall, or whatever you want to call it, is clean, so there's nothing in there that could obstruct or ruin anything in there. I think I did the slide pins pretty solid. That is 100% in right. I think like the pistons are in right. But yeah, like I said, this is not how to, this is just following me. But I don't know how to end this video, but I think they look great. I'm gonna shoot a little bit of montage here of a before and after video. But yeah, I'm donezo, and these are them. I can't wait to install these in a couple months and have the Celica be an absolute ripper. Without rambling on too much, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for subscribing, and see you guys next time.